Okay, it's time for the first speed draft for Eternal Masters. So, outside of our regular drafts, we do a few of of these speed drafts, just so we can get more archetypes up and just show different color pairs. Because we cannot meet up every day, sadly, and play Magic. So, sometimes we'll do it at home, and then we do these speed drafts. So here we have, guess 8.5 tails, Honden, not a lot of good early picks, I think. The Giant Solifuge is good in Gruul aggro, which is basically like the Atarka Red of this format. But we could take 8.5 tails, it's a cool card. Don't know where to go with it, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, here we have Animate Dead. Some value cards in Civic Wayfinder. I love Llanowar Elves, obviously, but I think Elves you need to be alone on the archetype if you want to play that. Otherwise, it can just end up not getting there, so maybe taking an Animate Dead and see if we move into Grixis or something. Gamble, I don't feel like it. Deep Analysis is a card I like, so a good strategy is just to pick good cards for Grixis and then see if you can move into either Reanimate or some sort of control deck, or if you're lucky, the Burning Vengeance deck, because all of those decks are in the top of the format. And I mean, just Mana War is a good value creature. If you go for example, Burning Vengeance, it's good to stall the board until you can turn the tides. And I mean, Mana War is just a solid card. So we'll see, maybe 8.5 tails will just go away. And we will try to form something within the Grixis colors. I guess not a super good pack. If we go maybe white, black, Recursion, we could take Wall of Omens. That deck is basically just a grind fest from the beginning to the end, where you play a lot of Enter the Battlefields effect and maybe then try to flicker, bounce, or dig them back with Gravediggers and get value from them again. So you basically win on accumulated value. Mystical Tutor is not bad. If you have some combo piece or whatever, you can find it with a tutor, maybe a reanimation spell. You could also find flashback spells for the Vengeance, card draw if you need it, removal if you need it. So I think that's a pretty late tutor. Maybe a sign that blue could be open. And I think Grixis is the way to go in this format. Here's a looting, but we're not in red yet. But it's definitely good if you're playing the Vengeance deck. But I don't mind another Mana War. It's a foil one also. I guess we could take a land. We could take Heritage Druid, will probably be good in the elf deck, but we're not. And it looks like that could be open, but we're not moving into that now. Could take Nausea for the sideboard if we face tokens. Yeah. Wake Dancer. I guess it's maybe for the if you're into sacrifice. I could take a Daze. That's also if you're just stalling for the to survive in the beginning of a game. Daze is very annoying. Okay, so not sure where we're heading here, but we could be maybe blue black reanimate if we get like some Animate Dead and I mean more reanimation effects and a large creature to cheat out some way. Probably not going to play the vultures. yeah, take a land now. If we move into red, Urborg Uprising is a bit clunky. I'm just taking lands now. Tortoise could be, I mean, it's a pretty good wall if you don't want to die to aggro. Okay, so here is a Burning Vengeance. And the good part of being within the Grixis colors is if you open or get past Burning Vengeance, even I guess this late in a draft, we could still move in, and we have some cards that go well with it. Tortoise, Mana Wars, Stalls, and Deep Analysis draws cards and already has flashback. So now we look for cards like Faithless Looting, Silent Departure, some other ways to stall, I guess. Looting looks fine. Hydroblast doesn't look that good. Memory Lapse could work here. Also annoying to play against. You buy a whole turn, which could be all you need. So yeah, Days and Lapse seems decent. If we could also be, we don't know if we play black, but we could also be, I mean, having a Burning Vengeance deck and have a sub theme from black with reanimation or whatever. I think we just need another turtle. Doesn't look good on the surface. Oh, another Burning Vengeance. Okay, so now we're all in, I guess, on flashbacking. Mystical Tutor, another one. But I feel like I could take another tutor, but one Una's Grace is very good in this deck. Because the retrace effect, if you run out of flashback, you never run out of the Una's Grace. Okay, and now I pick Departure over Looting because we also need the bounce effects, and Departure is very good because of the flashback, obviously. We could take Dream Twist if we really need the last flashback, but we're probably not going to win by milling. We're probably drawing too much cards ourselves. But we can take it for now. And yeah, Manowar, get in there. Would like more Deep Analysis and maybe more Faithless Lootings as well, because we want to find the Burning Vengeance as soon as we can. Maybe just take another land. And if we splash black for something, the backwater could be. So we have a lot of lands. Let's see if we can get more flashback cards in the last pack. So we have a good base now. We have 16 playables. We only need to fill up on, and we don't need. Okay, we might play Brainstorm, but I don't love it if we don't have shuffle effects. I guess we can just loot away bad cards, but we'll see. Probably just another Silent Departure. There are some other good cards in this pack, but we just need to fill up the flashback count. Oh, third Burning Vengeance. So we're doing it now. Yeah, I mean, even if they randomly can destroy one of the Burning Vengeance, we have two more. Yeah, and now third Silent Departure or Looter. Maybe Looter, just as another way to dig through the deck, because now, so far, we only have one Deep Analysis and one Faithless Looting. So another Looter effect. We might wheel the Departure. Probably not, but we could. So, yeah, Deep Analysis is key here. Probably not playing Dream Twist. Yeah, that's another Looting. And I do think that's more important than the dual Caster Mage here. Just dig through our deck and be able to flashback is key. So we have Departures. I guess we have the Una's Grace also. So we have some ways, but I do want more. Perfect, another deep analysis. So now this is starting to look very interesting. Yeah, and we could get another looting since it's also common. Yeah, we could play the wall actually. I mean, 2 turtles, triple man of war, a 07. Then we hopefully shouldn't die to aggro on the ground. Perfect, another looting. So yeah, we're basically going to have to make cuts even. We Dragonauts is actually perfect, because if you don't really get there with Burning Vengeance for some reason, we Dragonauts with all these spells and the flying just speeds up the curve, and now we can probably play without Dream Twist. Yeah, and Una's Grace, you probably only need 1, because because we're going to dig so fast with looting and analysis, so we will find it, and when it's in the graveyard you can just retrace it. So you probably don't play more than 1 in main if you have this much card draw effects, but we'll see. Don't like any of these. Okay, triple Burning Vengeance. We have We Dragonauts. We have a lot of good. The few creatures we have stall. Very good, I think. And then we have 5 good card draw spells. I guess 6. And temporary removal. And we have the looter. Yeah, this looks pretty close to perfect, in my opinion. I guess this is only my 3rd draft in this format, but I think this deck is awesome. Yeah, it will be fun to see how it plays out. Brainstorm, I don't think we need it. Tutor can find us analysis if we need that. It can find the grace if we run out of flashback. It can find departure if we really need a bounce spell. I do like lapse and days. Yeah, this we probably don't need. Yeah, we could just take out the because we don't need to play 2 Una's Grace. We could just take in the Screeching Scab, another blocker. It can trade. It can get stuff in our graveyard. Basically, half our deck is flashback, so it doesn't do that much. I mean, it doesn't hurt us that much if we self-mill a bit. It's Brainstorm or Scab. I think Scab is better for us. Just if we start off slow somehow, we can just buy enough time, because if we get 1 or 2 Burning Vengeance out, we should just be able to win against basically anything. Yeah, this is the deck, so see you for a match. Bye.